Hi everyone, my name is Binta Visser. I'm a dental hygienist and a SDA trainer for EMS. And today I'm here to compare the Alpha Master with the GBT machine and give you some hands-on insights. Let's start with the user interface, which changed. So it's much simpler to use because we just have 3 levels. The first one, the second, and the third. The first is for light biofilm and calculus removal. The second one is for moderate biofilm and calculus removal, and the third one is for heavy and stubborn biofilm and calculus removal. And if you compare it with the old device, then we had the level and settings from 0 to 10, which make it more difficult because every clinician worked different. If you have more expertise, then you can work on a lower level. If you're maybe a dental assistant trying to get into the cleanings, then you work a little bit higher. So that helps us to have a standard and makes it more safe by using it and make it more comfortable even for the patient. So we have power and water regulation, which is just 3 levels. It makes it easier. And one thing that you cannot see yet are those little icons, which I love, because the problem was with the Afro Master when he had technical problems, then the 5 was blinking, for instance, and red and orange. Nobody knew why is it blinking. What should I do? And now you have those little icons like the Wi-Fi connection is not right, the Bluetooth from the foot pedal is not connected, the cords are not really inside. So you will get those little symbols and you know what to do and can act and help yourself. What do we have else? A really cool thing that I already mentioned is we have those 3 levels. And if you take the handpiece out, because they all have an RFID chip, and you put it on the cord, it will immediately go into GBT mode, which is the moderate level to remove biofilm and calculus. It's the second modus. And it will always go into the perfect setting that you need. And then you can just adjust it if you have a pediatric patient or if there's lower biofilm and calculus or heavier, then you can adjust the setting. What else do we have? This water bottle saved my life last week because with the Afro Master, if there's no water coming out of the share, well, then you cannot really do GBT. And last week I had a problem with my share. There was air coming out, but no water. And then I could use the external water bottle to perform GBT. And yeah, that was a happy day for me because I didn't want to go the traditional way or to reschedule the patients. So that was great. And I loved it. And also to make it easier for every clinician, the water setting is just warm. We don't have the possibility anymore to also put it cold. We have just warm water to make it more comfortable for the patient, for the airflow, periflow, and as well also for the piezo usage. We have 30% less plastic, which makes it more sustainable. We have tempered glass and we have aluminum. It's a newer and cooler design. It's easier to clean, and the surface as well helps that there is less bacteria that can stick on the surface, so it's more hygienic. Yeah. Yeah, let me talk about those RFID because it also helps. We have now the possibility to connect the device with the Wi-Fi, as I mentioned, and we have connectivity. So if you registered your system with my EMS, then you can see your powder consumption as well if you use more the plus powder, the classic powder, which handpiece is more used, and how often you use it, which is quite important because handpiece that you have already for 5 years will also work after 5 years, but it will be less efficient. So you can see the maintenance cycle when you need to maintain it or when you need to send it in, and as well how often you use it. on a real-time basis, so on a daily, on a weekly, on a monthly, on a yearly basis, which is super cool because then you can order also the powder and get more, yeah, like a better price if you buy a higher amount because you know your consumption over a month or a yearly basis. And what is also super cool is that we can do small smart updates. You don't need to send the device always in. Also small technical problems we can do this remote. So you still need to send the device after 2000 working hours, but for small things we can do it remote, which is, I guess, quite helpful. And then the device is still with you. And yeah, I should not forget about the newest thing that we have in the GBT machine, which is the no pain max model. And it is quite a big difference to work with it because with the Afloprophylaxis Master, when we removed the calculus, it could just detect if there is something or not, and then it reduced the power if it felt that there is no calculus on the surface by 20%, and now it's reduced the power by 50%, and it can detect and make the difference between lighter calculus and heavier calculus, which is quite a game changer, and it makes the patient experience much more comfortable and enhance the cleaning experience. For me, I really love to work with the GBT machine. I started to work with this since May, and for the last 8 years, I worked with the Afloprophylaxis Master. And I didn't really know why we need some change because everything went well and I really liked it. But I can see that there's a huge difference for clinician, especially if you just start to implement GBT in your dental office. It will make it much easier to use and more enjoyable for you and for the patient. So if there's any questions, feel free to ask.
I got one comment from Italy, from La Rivelatrice di Placca. I love your system, love from Italy. So I don't know if you want to comment.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it too.
Let's see if there is more comments.
Please don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Feel free to write all of your questions to Binta.
Also, if there's no questions yet, I'm also on Instagram, and then you feel free to just send me a DM.
Let's maybe wait 30 seconds.
Sure.
Before.
Yeah. Let's wait a little.
Wait one more minute. Maybe a question from the cameraman. Is it very used in Germany, like the GBT machine? How do you feel like between your colleagues, feeling the difference? Is it how they feel about the new device in general?
I think a lot of dental hygienists that I know that work with the GBT machine are also working for the company, so it's a little bit difficult to say, but they were also a bit, yeah, they took back because they already thought with the Prophylaxis Master it was such a game changer if you work with other devices. So they also didn't know what will change that will improve our way to implement GBT to the dental office. And but everybody agrees that's the way how you should work, and it makes totally sense that after so many times and years there's a new device and it's just like the old version but better. And one thing also that I recognize is the quality of the cords. Wow. We have a lot of problems with the cords and with the Afloprophylaxis Master, so they broke easier. For several years, we didn't know why, so we also found out that it's the disinfection that we used, but they much better quality. So you will have less problem with the cords. That's for sure.
Nice, nice. Thank you. Let's see if there's any question. We see a hi, good evening on the YouTube channel. So hello, good evening to you.
Back.
Okay.
Thank you so much for listening. And if there's more questions coming in, please DM me. Feel free.